So welcome to another episode of Travel Utopia, life on the road with me and Maya.
So having managed to escape the total chaos of Paris, we were back on the road, heading south, targeting the west coast of France.
Another grey morning this morning. We're up and we're trying to hit some miles, get some miles on the clock. Found another spring that I want to check out. It's about 2 hours from where I am. Heading towards Poitiers.
No idea how to pronounce that one.
Not too far from there, a couple of hours from there, and then ideally working down towards Bordeaux. So that's the plan for today. Just stopped off here to let Maya have a little stretch her legs and that. So yeah, that's the plan.
Nothing like the open road to clear the mind. One thing that always comes to mind for me when I drive through France is just how much open space there is, which puts into question the idea of overpopulation. Trust me now, there's more than enough space for us. Here we are, arriving in the small little village town of Angles-sur-Longlin. The pronunciation on that one must be terrible. This place stood out for some reason. Felt the need to stop and have a little look round. This place is actually regarded as one of the most beautiful villages in France. This castle here dates back to the 11th century.
Having a little break, man. Been driving for a couple of hours now, feeling fairly knackered. But just had come across this absolutely incredible tiny little village town as I was driving through. I thought, wow, you know, it's not often you see like an old school mill where like you've got an actual, what is it, like a wheel, you know, like, I don't know what you'd call that. That thing there, obviously it's a wheel, but like, I'll have to look that one up. So I found another spring here. The issue got with this is, look, it's flowing from effectively here, you know, so again, there's no guarantees or no, you know, there's no filtration or anything on this, so probably gonna leave this one. Maya's drinking it, but yeah, I'm not too sure. So is it all right, Maya?
I covered good ground throughout the day. Here we are about an hour north of Bordeaux. I'd made a big push to get to the coast by the end of the day so I could wake up to this.
Now we're talking. Sun's out. Made it to the coast. I mean, just about 20 minutes from Bordeaux city. There's like a little sort of bay.
This spot here is called Arcachon.
I'm not going to be able to swim, but literally 15 minutes drive further along and I'll be right on the Atlantic Ocean. What am I saying? Mediterranean. Atlantic, I think.
This bay is predominantly used by kite surfers and windsurfers. From what I understand, there's not really any waves here.
This is everything to me, man. Being just by the ocean, on the beach, oh, mate, I feel like, you know, considering I've just driven like so far, so quick, it's been quite tiring to wake up today and just be right near the ocean. It's just, I feel so blessed. Yeah, man. First run in ages. Absolutely incredible. Water's not looking clean enough to jump in though. Gonna go further along the coast, but it's amazing what happens as soon as I get to the ocean. I want to run.
After a very invigorating run, had a spot of lunch before hitting the road once again. I passed by a really good spot here called Petit Nice. Always good to note down these free camping spots as they become ever increasingly difficult to find. I moved along to this next spot. I stayed here for much of the afternoon. It turns out this is a good spot for surfing. Free camping for small vans. Not the greatest of waves available on this day, but even so, another spot to note down for free camping. Of course, it didn't take me long to dust off the wetsuit and head down to the ocean. So I've stopped off, and just so turns out that there's loads of waves, so I'm going to get the board out for the first time in a long time. Yes, good to get back in. Flat as a pancake, and I'm definitely at, excuse my French, at surfing, so even if there was waves, I ain't going to be doing anything. After the surf, further on down the coast, I found another spot. Allegedly it's €11 a night to stay here, but I didn't stay the night, so... Actually can't remember the last time I see so many vans in one space. A car park full of people all trying to escape the cold. Another surf spot here. Not fancy it this morning, it looks a bit flat. I'm just going to go for a swim and a run along the beach. It's easy to see why this beach is regarded as one of the most popular surf spots along the coast. Plage des Oceanides, also known as VVF Beach. I'm about 45 minutes away from Bayonne, so heading towards Bayonne and then Saint Sebastian. So the plan today now is to try and get as close to the border as possible, maybe over the border, let's see. It is good to mix exploration of the coast along with the mountainside. Love to see the way the trees grow around the roadside. So we are now in Basque country. We're now in the north, effectively of Spain. We're on the border, Bayonne. Going to be going over the border today through Saint Sebastian. Temperature around 20 degrees, but with some spots of rain through the course of the day. Found another spring here. This is like a historic one though. Doesn't look like a... Looks like it used to be another wash house. Mad to think the whole village would have washed their clothes here. Specifically, l'eau non potable. But apparently there's a little sign here. It says that the water was used to combat urinary infections and arthritic conditions. So this is no longer drinkable, along with the other spring in the area. So Maya's on it though. Maya, any good? This spot here is a small little town called Bidart. It's in between Saint Jean de Luz and Bidart. This lovely little courtyard shows the changing architecture in the area. As you get into this part of France or Spain, it's funny because you're now combining three languages, or probably even four if you had English, with the Basque language, French, Spanish, and then English if people speak. So it's like going to, I see a woman yesterday, she was talking like, mixing between like three languages, mad. Was blessed to wake up to some beautiful weather this morning on a Sunday. So we are approaching the Spanish border. Gonna have one last swim in the French side. Looks like a good spot actually for a bit of free diving, a bit of snorkeling. So we're going to get the gear out. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so now. Aiming to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Gonna call it on this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over the border.